Hey there, guys. It's controversial here. So today I just wanted to detail Will Smith and not necessarily talk about the slap. I feel like everyone has pretty much overused the slap, but I just want to talk about the mental side behind everything. And with this, I think we need to talk about Will Smith's mental state as opposed to his actions because leading up to this, I'm sure that Will Smith has really been through the most with everything. People have been making memes about him. People have been really roasting him when essentially they should have been not attacking, sorry, but they people should have been scrutinizing his wife and calling out his wife for putting all of their family business out there. And honestly speaking, Will Smith was just like a moth to a flame when it came to all of this red table and exposing their family. And why Will Smith decided to do that is beyond me. But it seems like after that red table and after all of this, August August thing, that's when Will Smith's whole mental health and essentially like Will Smith as a person started to go down. And I'm honestly sad. It's honestly sad that people chose to essentially roast Will Smith about the actions of his wife when he didn't really do anything. Like, yes, on the basis of him acknowledging everything that his wife was saying, that's his L. Because Will Smith could have just kept silent, and most of this would have died down, and people would have held his wife accountable. But he decided to back up his wife and then do all of these things with his wife, and his wife went on a huge tangent of just exposing everything that their family used to do and not really being sorry about it. So essentially, it's not a problem like with Will Smith, but it's a problem with his wife. And honestly speaking, what happened at the Oscars could have happened anywhere. It could have happened if he was going to McDonald's to go get. I mean, it could have happened at a bar. It could have happened at a sports game. It could have happened anywhere. It could have happened at an event. But unfortunately, that to happen at the Oscars, because Will Smith really took a lot of the brunt of the beating of people making memes of him and making nine gags and reddits about him, roasting him about how his wife is a cheater when essentially that isn't his fault. And I'm sure that even in an open relationship there are rules. There are rules that are supposed to be followed, and clearly Jada Pinkett broke the rules. Because imagine like your friend sleeps with your mom, like a family friend. And August was a family friend. He wasn't just some random person. Like if August was a random guy, it probably wouldn't have made such a huge deal. But Jada Pinkett exposed everything, and she basically made her family look like a bunch of clowns. And it's sad because Will Smith was actually mentoring August and took him under his wing. Like he was at the family's houses and he was friends with his son. Just imagine one of your friends sleeping with your mom. Honestly speaking, that's crazy. But yeah. So people really did go in on Will Smith, and I'm sure that at this point, lately, but like Will Smith really does need help. Honestly speaking, he's been having so many mental breakdowns and he's been crying so much lately. Like the dude's just crying out for help. And I think one of the only things that people can do right now is give him help and a stern warning and a stern discipline. They need to discipline him, that's for sure. They need to give him some form of a discipline so that he never does it again. But he's in a very toxic relationship, that's for sure, because surely like his wife is calling the shots in a relationship if she can get her husband to do that. And even at the fact, like Chris Rock never mentioned Jada Pinkett's alopecia, whatever the thing is called. He just said G.I. Jane too. She shaved the head off. She looks like it's the same cut as G.I. Jane. It's literally it. He didn't say no, you're going bald, so you're looking like G.I. Joe, G.I. Jane. He didn't say that. He just said G.I. Joe. Honestly speaking, and then I don't understand how Jada Pinkett can't even laugh at a joke that is clearly funny and is clearly referenced because not because of her hairline but because of the hairstyle she chose. But then she's gonna go out and then roast her husband, roast her family on a red table. Like what? And then now Will Smith jumps up and then slaps another man. I think that in Will Smith's head, he was probably telling himself, if just one more person says something bad about my wife or says something pertaining to the entanglement, I'm gonna slap them. Or I'm gonna do something. And like that's the sad thing about it is that yeah, Will Smith has not been doing well. I made the video developing those Smith families putting all their business out there. I can see why their kids moved out and live their own lives now. Because I mean, if I was them, I wouldn't want to live with my parents dealing with all of this either. But who knows? Who knows what they're going through? But yeah, people, Will Smith just needs help and support. And honestly, I commend Chris Rock. Chris Rock is the real winner in this situation. I don't care whether Will Smith won the Oscar. Will Smith took an L. He took a huge L slapping a man, slapping another black man as well, another high level celebrity, A-list celebrity black man in front of everybody, and expecting him not to do anything. But anyway, that just goes to show you the type of world we live in now. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, people, like I'm saying, Will Smith needs help. He's not doing well. Like he was gaining weight. He was crying all the time. He's probably been really depressed, and this is just the icing on the top. Like Will Smith is probably not a confrontational guy. He probably just wants love and respect. And like when you're someone who has to be the main pillar that keeps everyone, that supports everyone, because that's literally been Will Smith his whole career. He's always had to be the grown up in any situation. Always has to be the nice guy. He is a nice guy, honestly. With like when Will Smith did that shouting and slapping, that's not Will Smith. That's not his character. You can see he doesn't like being an angry person. Doesn't like being a violent person because that's not in his nature. Like he wanted to cry right then. You could see it in his face. But and the sad thing is that he took out all of this stress and all of the tension from the entanglement thing out on Chris Rock, and you just can't do that. You can't do it to anybody or anything. Like you cannot kick your puppy because it bites one of your nice shoes or bites something, and then you get mad at it and you take it out on your dog or your cat or something. That's essentially what happened because Will Smith has really held in a lot of the tension and a lot of the anger from people essentially roasting him about his wife's infidelity. So really, honestly, I think people should give Will Smith a break. But they should, like, you can say whatever you want about the slap. Say whatever you want about the slap. You go in, you go all out on him. I don't care about the slap. But Will Smith as a person is kind of melting at the moment, and he's not really doing well. So the best thing people can do is give him love, maybe not support. Because I mean, with a slap and that's the crazy thing. Everyone at the Oscars was supporting him, and not really like, and not really giving him a sort of pep talk about his behavior. I mean, Tyler Perry and Denzel Washington both spoke to him, but honestly speaking, more celebrities need to come out and need to really console him and talk to him. And honestly, I'm glad he apologized, but at this point, it's a too little, too late. I mean, getting slapped at the Oscars by another fellow man, another fellow high list black man is the you never forget that. You never forget that. But anyway, guys, this is controversial. Signing off saying yeah, give for example, ease up on the jokes about his wife and stuff because that hurts him. He's just trying to be a good father. That's all he's ever tried to be. He's tried to be a good father and a good husband. I feel like that's all he's ever wanted to be. And people target his relationship, his personal relationship, and it's not our fault. It's his fault for mentioning it. But yeah. So when it comes down to it, it's really sad that this all had to happen. But I hope he's doing well, and I commend Chris Rock. Chris Rock really took it like a man. I've never seen someone I've never seen someone take a slap so well like that, and then still carry on. And at the Oscars, he knew that he had to be professional. So essentially, Chris Rock won in this. But who knows? I have to see what happens. But anyway, this is controversial. Signing off. Goodbye.